Men's action coming up next. A couple of Elite Eight games on the docket. And really, 3 upsets aside from Skagit Valley on the men's side. If you're talking about seeds, Centralia, the team that the Cardinals of Skagit will play, was a 4. Lane, a 4, beat Green River, a 1. And then Edmonds was a 3 that beat Blue Mountain, a 2. So aside from the Cardinals, all the other teams in the men's side, the worst seeds won.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, when I was coaching in the NWAC, it was all very relative in terms of the seeding. If you look at the body of work with those in those conferences, is really what I think we would look at in terms of like the matchups and this and that versus the upsets, so to speak. But yeah, but in what you're saying, absolutely, those were upsets.
So Hayashida picked up her second foul, and she will have to sit down. And it's another double team by the Cougars. And they leave somebody open, as you do, and it's driving to the hoop is Lon, and she took too many steps.
Yeah, tough call. But Highline just needs to get off that sideline. They gotta get it almost between the volleyball lines, a little more open space, because they put themselves in those spots. It's just too easy for Clackamas to trap them.
You drive almost into a trap anytime there's a boundary involved, right?
They're baiting you into those spaces.
Cougars in white with the basketball and the comfortable lead. 2.5 minutes in, and there's a turnover and a turnover. So back and forth. Yeah. Well, the Washington, the 6'1" is Alana. May is 6 feet tall. They're from Everett. Went to Arizona Christian right out of high school, and then back here to the Northwest to Clackamas. And they're, again, a very unselfish team. And it ends up with a 3-point miss. But that's the second possession in a row where I thought May Washington had an easy lane.
Yeah, they are very unselfish. I mean, there's a reason why they're number 1 in the NWAC. They're a good team.
And you look at them. Alana Washington gets 18.7 points. May 14.3. Molly Miller 17.9. And then Schwalm 8.5. So it's balanced from top to bottom for Jim Martineau's club.
It's a championship-built team.
Yeah, 7:02. Patton inside it goes. The jump hook will roll home for Alana Washington, and she has 8. It's 31-11. I think they took your advice that time, Coach. They went to the middle of the court instead of running into a trap in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine Coach Swain is on top of that, but it's different when players are the ones that got to play the game, they got to make the plays, and so sometimes nerves and other things and defensive pressure gets to you.
So a traveling violation on the Cougars gives it back to the Thunderbirds from Des Moines, Washington. And, of course, Clackamas from Oregon City.
There you go.
They get it across, and down into the right corner it goes to Grace. A lot more success beating the trap that time. Grace driving, and a little bit hard, and good hustle by both clubs, and it's going to end up being, I think, a Highline foul, and it'll give Clackamas the basketball.
Thunderbird foul, number 15, Sherilyn Sevastasi versus
It's Sevastasi. It's her
incidental
second
contact there, a little bump.
It's one of those things where there's a collision, and the girl who ended up on top of the other one is going to be called for the for the foul.
Mm-hmm.
So they will run a new player in for the Thunderbirds. That's Haley Anderson, who is back in. She has a 3-point goal. Highline's only 3-point goal. 6 minutes until half. Miller posting and driving and scoring. So Molly Miller with 11 now to lead the Cougars. Alana Washington has 8. May Washington has 6, and so does Schwalm. So once again, it's a balanced attack. There's a steal by May Washington and a lay-in. And the Cougars extend their lead to 24. They need to get it across, and there's that trap. And as you said, Mitch, they're so long. A lot of batted balls by this Clackamas team.
Yeah, I mean, they're long, and they're it's not a lot of pressure. It's just they take up a lot of space defensively, and they're trapping kind of 3-quarter press. And Highline, their angles in which they're taking they're not the best angles. They're kind of straight on, which makes the pass hard.
So 35-11, that foul was on May Washington. And so the Thunderbirds get it. And they need to hurry. Yeah, it's they just got it over, and then as it turns out, it ends up in the hands of the Cougars anyway. So back comes Brez Schwalm.
But even for Clackamas, this is a challenging game as well in terms of how you play, pace of play, attack, work on things, get better.
Block shot, yeah.
Crazy to say that in a NWAC championship tournament, but
but when he's got almost his entire team coming back next year.
Yeah.
That was a block shot by Richardson down there on the Clackamas end, and she also got the rebound, and now the Thunderbirds, as we're under 5. Grace fires. That's going to hit out of bounds, and that's going to bring us to a timeout here in Pasco. The Cougars lead it by 24 with 4:20 to play. We're back with more NWAC basketball after a timeout.
Herb Jones is the official championship ring partner of the Northwest Athletic Conference.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
Right? Okay. As the official sponsor of the NWAC Athlete of the Week, Competitive Athletics has a successful history working with athletic conferences and sport teams in California, Oregon, and Washington as a full-service athletic supplier. From initial logo design to finished product, whether it's embroidery, screen print, or heat applied, they help customers bring their vision to life. Visit competitiveathletics.com. We Coach is a one-of-a-kind nonprofit membership organization dedicated to recruiting, advancing, and retaining women coaches in all sports and all levels through year-round professional growth and leadership development programs. The NWAC is proud to partner with We Coach. Learn more at wecoachsports.org. Mike Tatko with Mitch Freeman, the Director of Athletics from Skagit Valley up in Mount Vernon, as we come back here as midway through the second period, 35-11 Clackamas. And as you said, Mitch, just the Highline just keep plugging away.
Yeah, I mean, set a goal, keep it within 20 going into the half, and set that as a standard to keep your players motivated, excited, because it can be hard when you're going against a tough team and a lopsided score.
Driving to the basket is Kira Lawn, and now the Cougars have numbers. It's going to be Miller with the left. And Molly Miller has 13 to lead Clackamas, and you can tell they're wearing them out a little bit with their defensive pressure and also getting down the court in a hurry. Again, just 6 kids for Highline. Still playing hard. And there's a foul, and the Thunderbirds will have free throws for the first time here this afternoon. And it'll be Lawn shooting. That foul was on Brooklyn Sear, who came into the game at the break. Brooklyn Sear, 5'4", and a freshman from North Douglas High School in Curtin, Oregon. I've not heard of Curtin, Oregon.
Where?
Curtin?
No, I don't think I have either.
Okay, well,
sorry.
I'm not alone.
Say yeah.
Well, the free throw good for the Thunderbirds. 1 of 2 for Lawn. And it's 37-12. We'll Google Curtin. There's Miller. It's fired on that one, and it's a backcourt foul on who? It's going to be on May Washington, and that is her second. Third team.
I haven't watched Clackamas play a lot, but I assume that they play this kind of style all the time. So it's just, for them, they just got to stay in championship mode,
Right.
right?
Yep.
It's college basketball, and it's competitive, and no lead is safe, and say what you will, but there's no lead that's safe, and you got to play the way that you play.
Yep.
And this is probably the way they play.
Jim Martineau's teams have always been known for the trapping defense and being very good shooters,
Yeah.
posting up a lot of threes.
Get across.
Defense creates offense for him, and that's what happens right here. The steal, and it's Alana Washington with the lay-in. 2:45 to play until half. Highline with another trap. They only have about 3 more seconds to get it across, and they do. Lon up and under. A little bit too hard, and rebound coming down to the Cougars.
Oh, good pass.
Yeah, good. Sharing the ball.
Sister to sister.
Yeah, that one wouldn't go, and I think that's going to be off of Highline, so Clackamas will keep it. Couple new Cougars coming in. Addison Almiro is from Sprague High School in Salem. They bring Schwalm back in, so it's Miller, Schwalm, Smith, Almiro, and Alana Washington in white for the Cougars. Schwalm. She got it. It's a three-pointer.
They share the ball so well. Yeah. They're such an unselfish team that really sees one another and have a good camaraderie.
They are first in the NWAC in assists per game at 20.1. So as you said it, they share the ball, and that was just illustrated there. And they also are first in opponents' turnovers, 24 a game. And so far, Highline already has 15, so they're on pace for that. And field goals per game, 35.1%, 44.9%, first in that category too. So it's a lot of numbers. When you're 29-0, you're going to be at the top of the NWAC in a lot of categories.
That's true.
That's true. So turnover in the backcourt, good steal that time. And up and under by Richardson. Ball headed toward the boundary, and it's run down by Miller. Miller.
There you go.
And there's Schwalm. And it rolled off. Pepper Smith battling underneath, and it went off Pepper out of bounds. It'll be Highline ball. Again, a look at our schedule. Big Bend won earlier today, 54-46 over Bellevue. We'll have 2 men's games coming up after this. It'll be Skagit Valley Centralia at 2, Lane Edmonds at 4. And then back to the women. Chemeketa Lower Columbia at 6, and Columbia Basin Skagit Valley at 8.
Highline showing some fight, staying physical, stay within it. Again, try to set some goals for Coach Swain and his Highline Thunderbirds. See what they can do to just look at what they're doing versus looking at the opponent.
Down court it goes, up and under, and it is Addison Almiro to score for Coach Martineau's Cougars. It's 44-12. Final minute of our first half here in Game 2 of the 2026 NWAC Women's Basketball Championships from Holden Court here inside the Student Recreation Center at Columbia Basin College. There's a foul, and free throws coming by Nevaeh Richardson. So a good job by Richardson to create contact.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, because those Washington twins are tall and long, and they're not the only ones. They just got a lot of size. Clackamas does, so it makes those interior shots very challenging. And if you're not hitting from the outside, it just makes it tough.
Right. Richardson shoots 54.3% from the line this year. She averages 9.8 points a game. And that one rattled out. Again, this Cougar team gets 83.1 points a game, second in the NWAC. And they only give up 51.2, which is among the leaders as well. So, again, we can talk about it all day long. When you're 29-0, you're going to be at the top of a lot of categories.
Yeah, that's where you want to be.
Yep.
That's where you want to be. It's a combination of a great coach, an experienced coach, but great recruiter, really talented players.
Right. And a lot of kids from right there in Oregon.
Yeah, they stole a couple from the Western Washington.
Right. Schwalm going to fire again, and with 8 seconds left, Trez Schwalm has her 4th three-point goal. And the final possession for Highline. Oh, and the shot caught iron by Nevaeh Richardson, but did not go. And we have reached half here in Pasco. The Cougars, as advertised, they lead the Thunderbirds by a score of 47-12 at halftime.
Do you yearn to learn? Check out Centralia College Areas of Study. We've got fine arts and design, early childhood education, application development, biology, and who could forget electronics, robotics, and automation. Want to learn more? Check out our website or give us a call today.
Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the U.S. alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
Try an adventure in the sun. Try 3 rivers. Try 300 days of blue skies. Experience Washington's Tri-Cities. From farm to table to food trucks, enjoy a burgeoning culinary scene. Day trips, river dips, golf tips, and wine sips. Horseback and backpack. We have it all. Plan your trip at visittricities.com.
Yowza, how'd you catch all these?
I just started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
You should join. I've got a branch around the corner, and with the mobile app, I can take ICCU wherever I go. I even had someone helping me on video chat at 6 p.m. on a Friday. Now that's service.
And so now every foul ball gets hit to you.
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
Do you want an education that works for you? Check out Lower Columbia College. LCC boasts a vibrant campus life with arts, athletics, clubs, and more. With programs from high school completion to bachelor's degrees, LCC's supportive team will help you find the path that's right for you and provide crucial resources like financial aid and scholarships. Lower Columbia College, where futures begin.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Hey NWAC fans, check out the official NWAC merchandise. Find masks, beanies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, Adidas gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. The NWAC is more than sports. Visit NWACstore.com.
Toledo Ticketing is a manufacturer, technology, and service provider, specializing in the design and production of the highest quality, secure entry, revenue control, paper, plastic, and touchless ticketing solutions in the industry.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Biden, the official ball of you.
You've thought about college someday, where you could find the class that defines your purpose, when your future will start to make sense. Whether it's a GED or a PhD, a university transfer degree or a skilled trade, or you just want to spread your wings, or go another round. Someday, you'll find a place where they meet you as you are. That place is Portland Community College. Your someday is here. Learn more at pcc.edu/someday.
The landscape of sports is changing. Artificial intelligence is the next evolution. And we're bringing it to fields and gyms everywhere. With Huddle Focus, our indoor and outdoor smart camera solution. With multiple lenses and automatic player tracking, you get the perfect angle every time. Just mount it, set it, and forget it. Huddle Focus will automatically start recording using your team schedule in Huddle. Or you can record on the fly with the Huddle Focus app. The era of hands-free film is here. Instant uploads allow you to analyze video immediately after the game. Or let our team of analysts track the data for you with Huddle Assist. Shrink your post-game review time with Focus uploads and assist stats and reports, so you can spend less time on logistics and more time on your game plan. Huddle Focus is also revolutionizing the fan experience. With flexible live streaming options, you can engage fans digitally with the option to cash in on your views. AI is changing sports. Use it to your advantage and never miss a moment. Visit huddle.com/focus today.
Deep three for Nasanek, and he nails it. Hawkins, he finds it. Nagel for three. Drives not there, but the putback.
Step through move, kick it out. Connor, three on the way. Back.
Little highlight time. Cuellar just goes hard.
Backed out for a three on the way. Down it goes.
Hawkins for three. Got it!
White is going to shoot the three.
Foot in the lane. Head fake going the long way.
Here's a long outside three and bang, down it goes.
Four on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Yes.
Out body travel. Up fake. Once, twice. Finally, Baylor puts it up and in.
Cuellar's not shy. Drives into the paint. Turns. And it falls. Trey. Top shot. Oh, finally.
Dribble drive through. Connor to Jones with the bucket.
McFerrin back down. Open three. Hawkins buries it. Gets him off. Now turns. Tough shot. He goes in. Great shot.
15 on the shot clock. Goes around the screen. Back out. That's a long outside three that goes down.
Well, we welcome you back to Columbia Basin College in Pasco inside the Student Recreation Center. Charles Holden Court, NWAC basketball, women's side. Second game with Mitch Freeman from Skagit Valley College up in Mount Vernon. My name is Mike Tatko. We are happy to be here with you today. It's halftime, and Clackamas is leading 47-12. And a look at some of the first half numbers. The Cougars are shooting 46% from the field and 38.9 from three. They have not missed a free throw. They're just 4 of 4. Highline on the other side is struggling at 20% from the field, 11% from three, and they are 1 of 4 from the free throw line. The positive, Mitch, as we talk about Highline with only 6 players, they've only committed 3 fouls as a team, so they're going to be fine in that regard.
Yeah, maybe because the ball was they were taken out of the net, so to speak, because they were playing really well. But Clackamas really imposed their will. I mean, they created 16 turnovers, and they had 9 offensive rebounds, extra opportunities. So, but if you're Highline, yeah, just again, you're looking at small goals. Like Coach Swain set his team up. I mean, look at the long-term plan that they have for this program and what they're doing.
Good balance for Clackamas, as we talked about. Molly Miller 13, Brez Schwalm 12, Alana Washington 10, and May Washington 8. So great balance from top to bottom, and same with Highline, but just not enough to compete. Haley Anderson leads the way with 3. So underway, Highline in green from right to left as Mitch and I watch it now, along with you, wherever you may be, as the Cougars have their first possession of the second half, looking to go 30-0 on the year. And a deep 3, and it's Miller.
Championship program, move that basketball. They get deep penetration, get a paint touch, kick it out, share the ball like they have been doing. Really good look.
For all the wins that Jim Martineau has, 29 is his high. He's never had a 30-win season, but he's about 20 minutes away, game time, from doing that here this year. This is Clackamas' 10th straight appearance in this tournament. And a steal for the Cougars. Again, we told you that Coach Martineau won it in 2004. Cougars were second in 2013.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good D.
Good battle there for Highline as they run it up the court. Dubois kicks it out to Seva Aitasi, who gets the basket, and she has 4.
Oh, crafty move there.
Yeah. Kind of expect people to use the left when they go on the left side, and she kind of flipped it over to the right and banked it in.
Finger touch.
Yep. 8:15 to play in our third period. 50-14. There's Miller again, gets a screen, fires. That one rolled off, and a good strong rebound that time by J.C. Grace. Carolyn will run it up for Coach Emil Swain's Highline Thunderbirds. Finished 7-5 in the West region and outdueled Centralia for that 4th spot. Driving, lowering her head, and a held ball that time, Alana Washington.
Strong attack, maybe shuffled her feet a little bit, but good job by Highline. Keep in front, try to challenge the shot.
That's a beautiful inbounds play where they set a screen for Alana Washington. She gets the ball, but that time her shot at the back iron. And the Thunderbirds have an opportunity. Big Ben, no doubt, watching Clackamas very closely, as that will be the matchup tomorrow at 2 in the Elite 8 on the women's side. Grace, and it rolled off that time. As we approach the 7-minute mark. Clean game, only 9 fouls total. And make it 10 as I jinxed him, Mitch.
Yeah.
Talking about no fouls and no free throws, and it'll be hopefully not a free throw parade.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be. That's on Dubois.
So, yeah. Ooh, too easy.
Yeah.
I don't think they were ready. I don't think Highline was ready for that inbounds play.
And it's now 52-12 as the or rather 52-14. As that basket down the corner, the other side by Highline gave them 14 as we approach the 6:35 mark. Driving is Dubois, spins, and it ends up in the hands of Miller just as the shot clock goes off. Molly ahead to Almero, who was a little bit too far under. Good defense that time by the Thunderbirds. There's a steal. And on her way the other end is Brooklyn Sear. Well, we told you about Brooklyn Sear from Curtin, Oregon, and a very interested viewer from Walla Walla actually texted me and said it's south of Eugene, unincorporated. So it's a small little hamlet.
All right, that's there's a good reason why I didn't know about that.
Yes.
I was in Salem. Only for 2 years.
Yeah. Dribbling down the court is Alana Washington. Nice sharing of the ball, and that basket belongs to Addison Almero. She has 4. So everyone getting into the act for Coach Martineau and his Cougars, who lead it 56-14. And they get it again. We've had 1 foul, and now they're going to call an offensive foul on Alana Washington. And that will take us to a timeout in a very quick moving third period here from Pasco. It's the Cougars leading over the Thunderbirds. We're back with more NWAC basketball after this.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
Sponsor of the NWAC Athlete of the Week, Competitive Athletics has a successful history working with athletic conferences and sports teams in California, Oregon, and Washington as a full-service athletic supplier. From initial logo design to finished product, whether it's embroidery, screen print, or heat applied, they help customers bring their vision to life. Visit competitiveathletics.com. My name is Mike Tatko. I'm with Mitch Freeman, the Director of Athletics at Skagit Valley, and I really like Deb Castle. She's the first. She's the women's basketball coach. First person I ran into. We were both checking in at the hotel at the same time. Had a night we shared an elevator ride together.
Okay.
And she pretended that she remembered me from last year. I don't know if she really did.
She probably did.
She put on a good face. But you cannot talk about Skagit Valley without talking about Steve Epperson.
100%.
That man was a legend.
Well, his name's on the court for a reason. 900-plus wins, multiple NWAC championships, athletic director, director of financial aid, and just 40-plus years of success at Skagit Valley College.
And he's in the tournament program for winning a lot. And the Cougars are at the top as far as appearances, and I'm sure you run into him. I wish I ran into him more because he's always such a great guy to visit with.
Yeah, we see him periodically for sure in different functions and different events that are associated with Skagit, our community, and the NWAC as well.
And Deb worked for him, with him, side by side for lots of years until she has now taken over the club and really kind of kept up that tradition. Skagit does not miss this tournament very often, if ever.
Shot clock.
Down to 3. They need to hurry and get it going, and they do. That was Seva Aitasi, who a little bit hard, and now it comes down to the Cougars as we approach the 4-minute mark. 3, left corner. That is good by Hannah Patton.
Great court awareness. Attack the basket, find the open person like they continue to do, and I'm sure they've been doing it all year, having won 29 games.
Driving is Dubois. It's loose. It's on the court, but the Thunderbirds get it back, and Grace will fire, and they've had a lot of near misses on their threes, rimming out, but good hustle by J.C. Grace to run it down. They'll try another one. That one misfired, and it'll be Clackamas ball. I know you don't want to put the cart before the horse. You don't want to talk about an undefeated season, but there have only been 2 teams. Clark, 33-0 in 1993, and the people we were talking about, the Skagit Valley Cardinals in 1998 went 32-0. We can't forget Umpqua in 2020 who entered the NWAC tournament 29-0, and then the tournament was suspended and eventually canceled because of COVID up at Everett. So Dave Strickland didn't have a chance to complete that run. So while they didn't count it as a championship, obviously, I still have them on my list as an undefeated team.
Yeah, I mean, great program. Yeah. And Coach he's been doing that a long time as well down there in Umpqua. And yeah, I mean, it's impressive. I mean, I think that no coach, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to win every game possible. But you gotta understand and ration out where you're at with your team, and ultimately what you want to do is put your team in the best position to win a championship, whether a league title or an NWAC championship.
And Coach Emil Swain takes a timeout between free throws as Miramontes hit the first one. Cougars lead 60-14. Mitch and I are back to Pasco after a timeout.
It started in the city.
It started on a sandlot.
It started on a Sunday.
The focus.
The drive.
The dream.
You knew how it felt.
You knew we needed the tools necessary.
You knew we needed funds to travel to tournaments.
You provided me with the best equipment.
You gave me opportunity.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, back to Pasco as you see the Clackamas Cougars break the huddle. And again, we were talking about Dave Strickland and Umpqua before we went to break. They're going to play tomorrow at 10 a.m. against South Puget Sound. That is a rematch game. They played earlier, and South Puget Sound won. But as you and I were talking earlier, Mitch, and I'll ask you this question. If you were playing a team you'd already played, would you watch film of that game, even if it might have been a couple months ago, or would you watch more recent film of your opponent?
Both. I mean, I've definitely watched the game because that gives you the most. Obviously, you'd probably, as a coach, you would definitely watch what they are doing recently. But when you show your players, it's easily from a recruiting or from a scouting perspective, and just making players feel more give a better understanding. You definitely watch the game that you played against them in terms of scouting. You would just look at things in terms of what they're doing now as it relates to when you played them. But yeah. Because players will be more interested. Their attention span is going to be greater when they see themselves playing that team.
Straight on three is good. It's by Jordan Dubois, and she has 5. That's the second three-point goal. It's 61-17. Well, it's interesting you say that because I ran into Dara Vining, the head coach of South Puget Sound, in our hotel, also staying at the same place. Asked her the same question. She said the exact same thing. Both.
Yeah.
We watch both.
Yeah. I mean, coaches look at so much film. You spend hours. It's a sick business that we're in terms of coaching because you lose and you feel like it's the end of the world. You win and you're still paranoid, nervous, and the anxiety builds up because now you gotta duplicate that. You gotta win again, and so you're never ever satisfied. I don't think until even the championship game, you're never satisfied as a coach. The paranoia, the anxiety that comes with it. That's what makes you sharp, though. It keeps you going as a coach, and being in tune with your players.
There's an expectation to win. If you win one game, you're supposed to win the next game, right?
It's a sick profession. So
Hannah Patton knocks down both. She has 5. It's 63-17. Clackamas under 3 now to go.
But it's a rewarding profession. It's great. I mean, I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world.
And you're coaching your sons,
your
young sons, so you're not out of the coaching business, even though you're director of athletics now.
Right? Well, I'm a volunteer coach. I come periodically, but I want my kids to be coached by other people. I want them to experience. I feel like as an athletic director, but as a father, sport teaches so much. So many great things come from it. Learning lessons, they go way beyond the actual sport itself.
Clack in that 2-1-2 zone, and Highline solved it that time. Good job by the Thunderbirds. It's Geraldine Seva-Itasi got free on the baseline. It was a nice post-to-post pass.
It was.
They reward her with free throws on the Clackamas foul by Hannah Patton.
So, albeit very challenging for Highline and Coach Swain and his Highline Thunderbirds, is right now you just got, again, you have to look at things from a different lens right now. The chance of coming back from this large of a deficit is going to be, it's probably not possible. But look at the little things. How can you get better? How can you be, really be encouraging your student athletes to just get better a little bit at a time here in this next 12 minutes.
Well, you could see him on your picture. He just sat down, but during those free throws, he was up, still coaching.
Yeah. Good on him.
Yeah,
good on him.
Not just sitting in his chair watching. There's a deep three from the right corner. That is Brez Schwalm, who has 5 3-point goals. Mitch, she has 15 points.
Yeah.
68-17. Under 2 now to go in the third.
And again, I think this is, for Clackamas, this isn't easy as well. I mean, given the large lead, this and that, but they're looking at things and they got to build on momentum for the next game as well. And you never look too far in advance as a coach, and especially in this championship tournament.
JC Grace with a nice move to the hoop, and JC has 4. And Highline back on defense. 90 seconds now in the third period. Again, men's action coming up at 2. Skagit Valley Centralia. What a bounce! It's Schwalm who has another one, and when things go well, things go well. That one hit the iron. As you saw, it bounced up and switched right through. 71-19 now in favor of the Cougars. Battle for that rebound out of bounds. It will stay with Highline with exactly 1 minute to go. Schwalm and Miller both have 18, and the Washingtons have 10 each. And you have to credit Clackamas right there. You know, they're winning 71-19, but they're still guarding hard, and they force a 5-second violation.
Got to play hard, and that's this is a college basketball tournament, college basketball level that you have to play hard. It depends who's out there, but got to play hard, got to play together, regardless of the score.
Cougars still working the offense. It's May Washington. There's Schwalm. They got to get on her. She has 6 made baskets, and they're all 3-pointers for 18 points. Pull-up jumper good by May Washington.
Athletic move.
Cougars with a good quarter. 24 points here in the third to take a commanding lead. Final 20 seconds. Anderson gonna fire off the iron. Clackamas will have a chance here with 12 seconds. May Washington passing to Smith, and Pepper couldn't get that one to go, and now it's Highline with an opportunity. Dubois will spin, and it was actually Nevaeh Richardson, and it would not go. And that brings us to the end of the third period. It's the undefeated, top-ranked Clackamas Cougars leading the Thunderbirds 73-19 here at the NWAC basketball tournament.
Looking for a place that is perfect for you? A place with programs that work around your schedule? A place with cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art facilities. A place to celebrate and engage with the community. A place to excel in and out of the classroom. Columbia Basin College. This is the place for you.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
There's a look at the Highline bench. The Thunderbirds earning that 4th seed out of the West and making the trip over from Des Moines, and they will flush this one, enjoy the experience, and come back bigger and better next year.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, this is nothing but a positive experience. They really need to be able to take to get here, to get to this Final 16 is impressive.
Grace couldn't quite get that one to go, but it's a battle. It ends up in the hands of Anderson, and they keep it again. Good hustle by the
second, third effort there.
Yeah. And then a steal by Miller. She'll feed Swam. And she'll double dribble. I think Perez thought maybe that the Highline player touched the ball, and so it shouldn't be a double dribble, but that's what they ruled.
Yeah, I think she maybe thought a tie-up, which may have been, but 73-19. So
yeah, time and score.
Yeah,
that's how we're all looking at this one.
Yeah, I think Martineau is probably going to keep his studs in for, and then probably when they sub him out, I would expect them not to come back in the game, but see how he plays that out.
He's got 10 over there, so he can take his 5 out and put in his 5 reserves. And everyone's, when you look at the box score at the end, I think, Mitch, it's probably going to be pretty even minutes-wise with everybody. He's done a really good job of running people in and out. There's Miller. And Molly Miller rattled that one home. And she has 21. And it's 76-19. Highline working it around the arc, looking for someone to pull the trigger on a 3. Shot clock inside 7. It's a runner off the glass a little bit too hard that time. And here comes Grace Hayashida.
Yeah. It was.
So they were over and then went back over.
It was a close call. I think the ball and the body has to be over, but it was really close. So too close for comfort. They don't need to be there, especially when there's no pressure.
Right. So 8:10 to go. We'll go back over to our men's side following this for a 2 o'clock game between Skagit Valley and Centralia, and then Lane and Edmonds. And then our men's Final Four will be complete. And boy, that Lower Columbia Bellevue game on the men's side next Friday in that Final Four, that could be a dandy. I mean, both of those teams on the men's side look really good in their 2 outings.
I've seen Bellevue play 3 times now. They are a handful on the men's side. They have depth, they have size, they have quick guard play. They are a championship-built team as well.
They came. There's a steal in the backcourt. It's going to be picked up by Highline, and driving with it is Seva Aitasi, leaving it off for Dubois, and the Thunderbirds will set up. It's Dubois driving, and another rebound by Mae Washington. Bellevue came into Walla Walla to the Warrior Classic before Thanksgiving 0-2. And they've not lost since.
I know.
They took care of Columbia Basin and Walla Walla that weekend, and I thought they looked like a pretty good team. You know, Marcus does a great job with them. And then I just kept checking the NWAC standings, and they never lost.
Yeah, they ran the North. I think we at Skagit had the best chance, but even then it was definitely a challenge. And they're really good. They're well coached. Coach Furman's been there for multiple years now, so he's got his legs underneath him in terms of.
And we're back after a timeout.
Thinking about going to college? It's doable.
Want to get your degree with little to no debt? It's doable.
Want to gain skills for a better career? It's doable.
Wondering if college can fit into your life? Puedes hacerlo.
A quality education within reach? It's doable.
At Tacoma Community College.
Well, back to the Student Recreation Center. And a couple of things to look at if you are a stat nerd, geek guy. If you look at the NWAC tournament records, largest margin of victory is by Jim Martineau and Clackamas. They defeated Tacoma by 60 in 2011. They're up by 59 right now. And the other thing was set just last year. Walla Walla held Centralia to 29 points in the game in the first round last year. And so Highline's going to have to get on the mark here to pick up some baskets and avoid being
I would assume that Martineau does not know that.
No. I wouldn't think so. He has other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds having a couple opportunities, would not go. And as we went to break, Coach Martineau did take out his starters. And so the other 5 will play out the remainder of this one. And it will give them some good experience because, they've had some pretty close game. Columbia Basin was a 1-point game. They've had some Lane by 1. They beat Umpqua by 2 in overtime. So it's not like they've run the table and beat everybody by 40. So it's good to get these other kids in the game in the event they need them down the stretch.
Oh, absolutely.
In a tight game.
And they will need them for sure. Yeah.
And that was Mira Montes who draws the foul, and she will be shooting.
Because it'll be a good test for them against Big Bend. Honestly, I mean, Big Bend, I think, has a size that's comparable to Clackamas. They have the players that can shoot the basketball because they really can shoot it. And Preston's been there. He's been at Big Bend for quite some time. Right. So he's a veteran to this as well.
Very disappointing situation for Big Bend last year. They came here and played South Puget Sound in the opener and had a just disastrous shooting night and lost to the Clippers. They were 3 of 42 on three-pointers last year in their opener against South Puget Sound, lost the game 57-45, and so they are on the winning side of the ledger here this morning against Bellevue. And you said it, Mitch, they shot the ball well. They ended up getting some good looks deep outside and kind of put that game away, winning by 8.
Yeah, I mean, in Bellevue, and Coach Mel at Bellevue, they're experienced group, and so you thought it would be a good game, and it was a good game, and it was lopsided. The score didn't kind of dictate exactly how successful Big Bend was, but it'll be a good matchup, I think, between Big Bend and Clackamas.
That's going to be at 2 o'clock tomorrow right here. Haley Anderson got it to go. Anderson has 2 3-point goals in this game for 6. And the Thunderbirds are on the board here in the 4th. Nice pass from Sear to Pepper Smith. So Brooklyn Sear with the assist. Pepper Smith has 4. As we approach the 5-minute mark, this outcome is going to ensure that we are on time. We might have been a little bit late starting. This one maybe didn't start right at noon, but we're going to get going right at 2 for the men's Elite 8 matchups.
Yeah, I will be here watching the Cardinals take on Centralia. It'll be a good matchup for our men's team at Skagit. And Coach Carl Howell has them dialed in and would expect us to be ready for that game.
Well, I was going to say, we've talked about Deb Castle and of course, Steve Epperson, but Carl Howell is a man who has been around the NWAC tournament in general. We're going to talk about him when we come back. We got to go to break right now, though. 4:59 to go in our game, and Clackamas leads at 81-22.
Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the U.S. alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
Well, 4:59 remains in our basketball game. It is 81-22. As the Thunderbirds have it. And out of bounds it goes, so it'll go back to Clackamas. Well, some of the numbers, it's a 50% showing from the field for Clackamas, 30 for 60, and 46% from the three-point line, and 9 of 10. So they're shooting it well from everywhere, are the Cougars. Before we went to break, I wanted to ask you about your men's basketball coach at Skagit Valley, Carl Howell. He's been around the NWAC for a long time, and he has not slowed down, it doesn't appear, by virtue of what the Cardinals did yesterday to Columbia Basin, jumping out to a 23-0 lead.
Yeah.
As we watch the Cougars and Brooklyn Sear with another basket.
Yeah, Coach Howell has done a fantastic job in this conference. I mean, his time at Tacoma and the championships he has there at Tacoma, and he's building championship programs here at Skagit. And I think for 12 or 14 weeks running, we were the #1 team in the league, or in the entire NWAC, right there with Bellevue. And so he's can't say enough good things about the way he develops young men and the way he builds programs.
We're going to be able to watch the Cardinal men next against Centralia. Skagit Valley won that game yesterday, 91-58 over Columbia Basin. Centralia upset the #1 team from the South, seed-wise anyway, Umpqua, by a score of 74-72 as Hannah Patton. So everyone getting into the act for Coach Martineau. And he will run a couple more in. Final 3:15. And it's an 85-22 lead for the Cougars. Nice pass into the free throw line. The basket is good by Nevaeh Richardson. And she draws the foul. That was a really good sharing of the basketball. Good cut by Richardson. She caught it, she shot it, and ate it, and drew the foul.
Yeah, Highline's done some good things. I mean, obviously it's the score's lopsided, but you can see where they've been building on things, and the coaches coaching them up. And I think they have a good understanding, and this will only help them as they continue to build that program into a competitive program there in the West Division.
Free throw coming up by Richardson is good. So
I mean, they're in an area that can open up their doors, and there's players all around that Kent, Des Moines, Tacoma, South Seattle area.
Right. Well, they contend with the lower Columbias and the Green Rivers and the South Puget Sounds of the world. That's been the top tier of the women's in the West lately, and then it's been Highline, Centralia, occasionally Pierce. But Emil Swain has them going in the right direction.
He does.
Final 2.5 minutes here. And a steal by Brooklyn Sear, a near steal. It went out of bounds, right? And fielded there like a shortstop by Jim Martineau.
Yeah.
And Anderson will sit down for Coach Swain, and it'll be Dubois to bring it in to Nevaeh Richardson. Again, no sophomores on this club for Highline. They're all freshmen. They'll all be back.
It's something to build on for sure.
Yeah. And in talking with Coach Swain before the game, he said these girls coming back, he goes, and what I think we have coming in, he had kind of a gleam in his eye, like he's got some people, and so good for him.
Yeah, us in the NWAC, we are a transfer portal. So the challenges at the four-year level aren't the same challenges we have here at the NWAC, and we're trying to put these student athletes an opportunity to be able to get to a higher level if they do choose to do so.
Up and under, out of bounds. It'll stay with Clackamas. Well, Mitch Freeman, you're at Seattle U, Cal Poly. Those are NCAA schools. Peninsula, you were at Peninsula, NWAC, and then also Corbin NAI. So you've been at all of the levels.
Yeah.
And did you have a favorite, or did you like them all?
I loved every single place I was at. I really thoroughly enjoyed my time. I was at Peninsula College for 5 years. Thoroughly enjoyed that, but I really enjoyed every stop. And my kids, who are now 11 and 13, they've experienced everything there is. One was born in California. My youngest was born in Port Angeles, and we've moved a lot. So I have an amazing wife that, but we're done moving. We're at Skagit. We love it there, and I enjoy being on the administration side now.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful area. As Richardson knocks down a 3. I have a son who goes to school at Western in Bellingham, so I get up there once in a while to that area. And
I know Jim Sturck pretty well,
Yeah.
the athletic director there at Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. Beautiful area. Northwest Washington. Final minute of this one, and that one popped out of the hands of Grace. And so it will be the Cougars running out the clock here. The pull-up is good by Maddie Miramontes, who had 3 free throws before that. Now she has a field goal. Final 40 seconds now. We'll have a chance to visit with Molly Miller after the game. A great game for the Cougars. Missed a couple right out of the gate, but then she got hot.
Yeah.
And she ended up with 5 3-point goals. There's a steal. And Grace going to run it ahead. It's going to head out of bounds, and it will be Clackamas ball. And that is going to be probably it, as I think they will probably run it out here. Well, they're not going to get the largest margin of victory unless they lay one in here. It's going to be 59.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
But they are going to get the record for the lowest point total by an opponent, 28. That was set last year by Walla Walla, holding Centralia to 29.
Yep.
But I like the fight of the Highline Thunderbirds and Coach
Great
Anita
job.
Swain.
Yeah, they're impressive. They are a championship-built team, and but credit to the Highline, opportunity to get here, and they will get better, and Coach Swain will have them on the right track. But Martineau and his Clackamas team is built to be very successful, and I expect them to do well in the remaining of the tournament.
Yeah, it's 30 wins for Coach Jim Martineau and 30-0, so he has a chance to join Skagit Valley and Wenatchee as the only teams to win a championship by being undefeated and running the table. We'll see if that comes to fruition. He's still got 3 to go. He'll have to beat Big Bend, and then they'll have a week to prepare to face whoever they face down the rest of the way. But they are the real deal. They are as advertised.
This new format might help those teams that are, I think it helps. I mean, the old format where we played 4 days in a row, which I was a part of, that's a challenge. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it should be very interesting as we get a visit with Molly Miller. And what a line for her. She also had 5 rebounds and an assist. And Molly is going to be joined by her entire team. And we hope that she can hear us. It's Molly, it's Mike and Mitch up here. I don't know if she can hear us or not. Mike and Mitch up here. It's the entire Clackamas team. Molly, your numbers, and I know you're a very selfless player. Your numbers: 8 for 17, 5 of 11 for 3 after missing your first 2. You also had 5 rebounds and an assist. What I want to ask you is, it was a disappointing end last year. You were shut down in that quarterfinal game against Walla Walla, but this has to make all that go away after this impressive opening round game. Talk about that, and talk about the people around you.
Well, obviously you can see it's a whole new team, a whole new dynamic. So having the chance to come back and play with a whole new team was really just super fun and exciting. This group has so much energy compared to all the other teams I've ever played on, so it's just fun to do it with them.
Great job, Molly. You guys were dominant. You had a dominant performance from the entire 40 minutes. Tell us what Coach Martineau told you guys at halftime, because sometimes these kind of games are challenging. But what did Coach Martineau tell you guys at halftime and then going into the second half?
Just keep being us. We've played so strong this whole year, so we just needed to keep doing that. Nobody doing too much and just playing as a team completely.
Great job.
Molly, you and the Cougars are as advertised, 30-0. Congratulations to you. And tell those other people congratulations for us and from us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's Molly Miller and the rest of the Clackamas Cougars. They win it today, 87-28. It was fun, Mitch. We'll do it again sometime.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet. For Mitch Freeman, Mike Tatko from Pasco, have a good afternoon, everybody.